how I fell off the wagon on my 21-day water fast. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. Well, as many of you know, at the beginning of the year, I started a water fast, and I made it 11 days on it. I did super, super well. Now, at the same time, my husband was on the water fast too. He did perfect for 8 days, and then he chose to go off of it. You know, we don't have a set time that we have to stay on a water fast. We kind of listen to our bodies and we listen to our soul to decide what's right for us. We in no way encourage others to do or not do a fast. We just share our journey, or I share our journey of how we do it and why we do it. In the beginning of the year, it's sort of like starting and resetting everything that, especially over the holidays, that maybe you got into, such as your eating patterns. And often people get into unhealthy eating patterns, and that's not me. I always eat healthy. And yet, I think during the holidays, especially, there's so many choices of food that it can easily be that we pick some foods that are not as good for us as well as other foods that are. And so just as a matter of routine, I reset, I reboot my life in a lot of different ways, spiritually and physically, in a positive way as I began in the new year. And I do that through fasting. And so I basically stayed on water for 11 days, and I just felt terrific. I felt awesome. I felt such great clarity. And then we decided to come to our little beach house. And I always know when we come here, we like to go out. There's a lot of great bars here on the island. And we have the bar food I love. I love bar food. It's not always the healthiest, but I do love and enjoy it. So when I come here, I let myself eat what I want when we go out. Now, I don't eat at home here, but I do eat when we go out. And so I came off of my water fast basically here. And we went out and we went to one of my favorite places, and I think I had a hamburger and some egg rolls. And I have to tell you, the next morning I felt a bit dizzy because it was too much too fast. Coming off of a water fast, you really need to ease your way back in, or at least I do, and I didn't. So I felt a little bit, I don't want to say dizzy exactly, but I felt a little bit unsteady the next morning. And but I felt fine, and I quickly regained my not being feeling like that, and I felt normal again. And so how I am going to do it is I had about 10 more days to stay on the fast. So when I go back, and these videos are always a little bit delayed, somewhat a little bit delayed. So, I put them sometimes up later. Sometimes I put them right up as soon as I make them, and other times it could be even a week later that I put one of these up. And so the thing about it is, when I get back to my daily routine of, where I'm going to school and doing everything, I will also probably finish up my last 10 days if I so choose. Now, it may not be on a complete water fast. It may be on an intermittent fast, or it may be on a particular kind of food that I will eat and won't eat. I'm not sure yet how I will finish it up. And I do fasting throughout the year, not just in the beginning of the year, if I need to reboot or reset. Now, normally it's not for 21 days. It might be for a day or 2 days or a couple days. And but this time I fell off the wagon when I came and, wanted to go out and enjoy. So I felt that was perfectly acceptable. It was a planned falling off the wagon. It was a plan coming off the fast. I knew if I came down here, part of coming, here is to just, go out and enjoy, especially in the winter time. You're not going to be out in the ocean swimming. And so you're more limited here. It's a small island, and it's a really fun place to be. And, all the locals kind of go out to the bars and they get something to eat at night. And that's just kind of part of being here. And so I did kind of fall off the wagon, but purposefully went off the wagon so that I can get back on. And I'm very good about getting back on things, staying on the right habits, doing the right things in my life. I don't like to I don't have bad habits. I get rid of bad habits. I eliminate bad habits in my life. I just don't carry them around with me. You know, some people just carry their bad habits everywhere they go. That's not me. I carry my good habits with me everywhere I go. And so, yeah, so I came off of my water fast, and I probably will go back on it, whether it's solely just water or whether it's a, variation, where I have, like I said, maybe juices or some foods or whatever. And, but, I think water fasting for me personally, it really brings such clarity and rebooting and resetting. Although when you come to the island, it's not always, the beach food is not always the healthiest unless you're getting fish or something like that. But here it's usually bars, and you don't have to drink. When you go to a bar, you go get something to eat, and yet often that food is a little bit not probably the healthiest of choices. So, but they do have fresh seafood, so that's a good choice. And but anyhow, I thought I would share that with you. But remember, don't carry around bad habits. Carry around your good habits with you. And if you have bad habits, consider getting rid of them and replacing them with not just good habits, but great habits. And remember, when we want to get rid of a bad habit, we have to replace it with a great habit and something that's pleasurable. If you replace it with something that's not pleasurable, it's probably, you may end up reverting back to the bad habits. So I make sure that my habits, I love my daily habits. I enjoy my habits. I look forward to them. I look forward to my daily workout at the gym, my daily running. I just ran on the beach this morning, 2.5 miles one way and 2.5 miles the other. So from one end to the other. And it was cold and it was chilly, but it was wonderful. And so, yeah, or walking on the beach or running on the beach, or, wherever you're at, you can still get exercise. No matter where you are at, you can get some form of good exercise. And for me, taking time out from my regular busy schedule to just kind of do a little bit of nothing can really be a lot of something. And so I'm really, really enjoying that part of, just kind of getting away for a little bit, because I do have a very busy schedule, going to college full time, a lot of pretty hard classes. I do a regular workout 7 days a week. I, vary it, but I go to the gym 5 days a week. I run or walk 7 days a week. I dance in the evening. So I have a lot that goes on in my life. And so sometimes you have to step out of your life a little bit to kind of reboot and fine tune your life and keep it oiled, so to speak. And taking time out to do a little bit of nothing, as I call it, can be wonderful as well, as long as you don't stay there. Because I'm a very active, very busy, very productive person, and that's the way I like my life. That's the way I love my life. I think young. No matter how old I get, I will always be thinking young, because that's who I am. I love that energy. I love getting out there in life. I love living my best life. I like making great things happen in my life and in the lives of others. So take care of you and be good to yourself. And I hope to talk to y'all soon again. So from my house to your house, to wherever you're at, may God bless you. And I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.